Now, without further ado, let's power on the system. And here we go. So, I think the first thing that we should do is answer the age old question: can it run Crisis? Now with all settings chosen. Now with all settings chosen. Now with all settings set to very high. Now with all graphical settings set to very high. Give it a moment. I can confidently say that, yes, this system can indeed run Crysis. And yeah, aside from the 1% lows definitely not being that great, I know that you can't really see it without MSI Afterburner because I couldn't really get it to work here, but yeah, the system can indeed run Crysis quite well. But the question is, can I run Crysis? Oh, no. No, I cannot. I cannot play Crysis. Now, with slightly more modest settings, if we go ahead and run a canned benchmark set, then we have a better feel of how the game might play rather than watching my terrible gameplay footage. Let's just sit back and see what happens. Now, with only high settings rather than very high settings, let's go ahead and start an actual benchmark run so then we have a better idea of how the system is able to handle Crysis. You know, I really should have invested in getting a SSD.
Follow me, sir! Move it, soldier! Lieutenant Bradley's waiting for you at the overlook.
So at 1080p high, our average FPS stands right around 12 or so
Incoming!
from the looks of it.
Airstrike started, let's move!
So now that we're in a more open area, we're seeing around 15 or so FPS, so still not that great as far as things go, and since we were still seeing what at least felt like a similar frame rate when I was just playing it myself on very high settings, I think it's safe to assume that we are currently being CPU bottlenecked here by the core duo. I can't really say for sure since MSI Afterburner is not showing any statistics here, but I have a pretty decent feeling that that's going to be the case considering how the frame rate hasn't changed all that much between setting from very high down to high. I do hear the GPU really spinning up though. Let me see if I can get down the mic.
Get down, get down!
Hear that? That's GPU exhaust noises. And yeah, thanks to any of you that are currently watching this uncut, unedited footage. This is gonna most likely be quite a pain to edit down into something more watchable for other folks on YouTube, as far as like a full regular video goes. Now obviously I'm kind of talking over the footage right now, but I have the audio capture on a different channel, so you may or may not hear me during this in the final thing. But yeah, now I get to just kind of wait around here for the recorded versions of the benchmark runs to finish. I'll probably just, I don't know, I do have the disk space to just record the entire thing, including the looping, so we'll see. I'm just gonna like leave my mic just over here for now and do something else while it finishes running, because I've got a lot that I want to do this summer. And yeah, the chaos of June and like the second half of May really didn't help as far as time goes. Looks like we're about to finish our first loop. Alright, here comes our second loop. If I remember correctly, it's going to be looping 4 times, so I guess we'll get an average of the results from those 4 runs.
Nomad, the Koreans have AAs throughout the harbor complex. Our jets can't take them out. Something's jamming our radar. I need you to take out those AAs so I can get my heavy VTOLs in there.
Follow me, sir! Move it, soldier! Lieutenant Bradley's waiting for you at the overlook. Ah! Incoming! Airstrike started, let's move! For Christ's sake, give me some fucking help here! Pilot's goddamn minute! Harvey! Lancaster! Set up a defensive position there! Davis, man that rock line! Someone get that man gunning! Get down! Get down!
0138501.
Holy shit!
Nomad, the Koreans have AAs throughout the harbor complex. Our jets can't take them out. Something's jamming our radar. I need you to take out those AAs so I can get my heavy VTOLs in there.
waiting for you at the overlook. Ah! Incoming! Airstrike started. Let's move! Get down! Get down!
01385021.
Holy shit!
Nomad, the Koreans have AAs throughout the harbor complex. Our jets can't take them out. Something's jamming our radar. I need you to take out those AAs so I can get my heavy VTOLs in there.
All right. And here we go. Looks like our overall average FPS across all 4 runs was approximately 19.6. If you really want to get specific, it's 19.6466666, however many onto infinity. But yeah. Let's see. Our minimum FPS was 10.15. So actually, that means that the stutter was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was fully expecting that it was going to dip into single digits with that. I guess it might have done that when the quality was set to very high, but you know, whatever. I really did not grow up during this era of games anyway, so I really don't have much of an opinion on it. Anyway, here's Far Cry. Wait for it. It may take a while. Actually, did I ever run Far Cry when I was doing free testing? I don't think I did. Also, don't mind me opening MSI Afterburner. I know that I didn't open it for Crysis, but that's just because Crysis doesn't really play nice with it anyway. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just leave it at medium settings if that's what it auto detects. Video options. D3, D9, that's fine. Let's go with 1080p here as well, and low anti-aliasing, no VSync, and full screen. So for Far Cry, I'm probably just going to be using whatever opening cutscene exists. If there even is one. If not, then I'm just going to fumble through the earliest parts of the game. Oh. Well, there's the MSI Afterburner overlay now. We actually get to see some stuff. Okay. Well, let's go with campaign. Actually, let's see. Options. Is there any option for... No, there's... Oh, wait, demo loop. There we go. Oh, is it literally just this? It's literally just this, isn't it? Okay, let's jump into the campaign. I'm gonna go with easy because I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. And at least from first glance, it looks like this system is gonna have no trouble at all running Far Cry. So that was very much a cutscene. So that may or may not have just been the video that was playing there that I misinterpreted as something that was actually rendered. Huh? Oh. Is there no way to skip this part? Okay. Well, over 300 FPS in Far Cry, so... Well, even then, well over 100, and our 1% lows are certainly still in rather playable territory as well.
I've got to
So,
find a way out of here.
I really don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of walking around in this area. Is there any way out? Can I go through here? All under? Yes, I can crawl under. Okay, let's get out into that outdoorsy area for a better view. How do I get out? Can I loot bodies? I don't think I can. Oh, hey. Huh? I pressed up. Okay, thank you, game.
Listen, dirtbag. Keep an eye out for some
cutscene.
punk in a red Hawaiian shirt. If you see him, call me at once. Am I understood?
Well, I am glad that there's these little... I'm looking right at you. Bye. Goodbye. See ya. Okay. Wait, what did that text say? I missed it. What's my use button? Let me use button. Oh, F.
Hello? My reports say you're in a red shirt. I suggest you grab some body armor and cover it, or you'll be easily spotted.
Ooh, we just had big stutter there for a moment. Drop down to 6. Where do I go from here? I don't think that this is the way out. Oh. Okay. Is there a way out? I don't believe there is a way out. Well, whatever the case may be. Aside from... Oh, there's a door. Okay. Oh, I have to search for weapons. Anyway, whatever the case may be, one, do not know how to play the game very well, if at all. Wow, I got a gun. And 2, this game runs perfectly fine.
Hey, some good news. I'm picking you up much more strongly now. I suggest
Okay.
you search the huts for weapons and equipment.
I'm not sure
Stay
who
low
I
and avoid
need to
contact
shoot.
if possible. You don't really want to run
But
parts.
okay,
You see that?
so
You hear something?
hello. Okay, I do need to shoot these guys. I am not doing this well.
Here. Where is he?
Okay, well, now that we're finally in an outdoorsy area, it looks like the game does in fact play decently well. Like, we've got all this foliage, we've got the water. So 1080p medium on Far Cry is a-okay. And I also did not immediately die, so that's also a plus. So yeah, I think that's enough Far Cry for now. Let's move on to Doom 3. We'll leave the canned benchmarks for later. Aside from the Crysis one, I kind of already did that one. And we'll visit the banishment zone after we go through everything else. So Doom 3, just like all the other games that I've been trying right now, is something that I have never played before in my life prior to this recording, outside of just like starting it up to see if it is able to start at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Let's do, once again, 1080p, because this is supposedly a more or less maxed out system. Okay, I guess there's... Okay. Who accept? Anti-aliasing, we'll leave off motion blur. And... Okay, I guess we'll restart the game first. So this time around, we're playing something that is going to be a little bit past the time of this machine.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in
Can I skip
existence.
cutscene?
Originally focused on
Maybe I
weapon
should have
and
made
defense
save
contracts,
states for
new
more than
ventures
just
have expanded
Crysis.
into biological research, space exploration,
Come
and other
on.
scientific endeavors. With unlimited funds and the ability
Come
to engage in
on.
research outside of moral and legal obligations,
Let me
the
in.
UAC controls the most
Let me
advanced
in.
technology ever conceived.
Well, I guess there's no way to skip this. At least it's over anyway, it seems. Oh, and we're playing in OpenGL mode, okay.
Incoming transport detected. Mars approach, Dark Star.
All right.
070
I get it. Just
63,
let me in.
passenger 38,000.
Roger, Dark Star. Descend to 2,000.
Let me
set
in.
speed. Contact ground on 26972.
Roger that, tower.
We have them on
I
radar,
had
sir.
no
They'll
idea
be
that
landing in
there
a few
was
moments.
this much as far as
See that Counselor
cutscenes go
Swan is sent
at
directly
the
to
beginning.
me.
Yes, sir.
So I guess at least some of it might be covering or like loading the game.
We've got you, Dark Star. You are set for lockdown. Welcome back.
It's still going. We are getting a pretty smooth FPS though, and our 1% and 0.1% lows aren't dropping very far either, so that's good.
I can't believe it's come to this. I didn't want to come here.
He left
Also,
you no
oof,
choice.
that texture is
But this
grainy
is the last time. I'm
or
tired of running
pixelated.
damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right. You're the control. And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, the Truger is going to start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Play now? I play now. Yay.
Welcome
All
to
right.
Mars.
What
All
do
new
I
arrivals
do
need to
here?
check in
Where
at
do I
reception.
go?
To Mars City.
I'm gonna go up.
Union Aerospace's premier research
Hello.
center.
Gotta get
To
out of
expedite
here.
your processing, please proceed directly to
Okay.
reception.
Yeah. You gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here as well.
Welcome to Mars,
Do I
Marine.
go to here? No, that's locked.
I'm gonna need you to step on
I-
one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This
Stand
will only
the
take a
red
second.
square.
Okay, let me get this started. You're gonna need to hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer. All right, bioscan looks good. You're cleared for entry.
Yay. Oh, hello. What are you?
On behalf of the UAC, welcome to Mars City. This facility serves as the central hub.
Welcome to
Oh,
Mars.
another
First
cutscene.
time? You can just leave your bag there. I'll have it sent up to your quarters. Okay, there's a few things we need to take care of first. This is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas. If you
Whoa,
get clearance
a
for any
PDA.
security zones, it'll download directly. It's important, so don't lose it. I see here that Sergeant Kelly has requested your immediate attention. Head directly to Marine Command. It's just that way. Follow the signs.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Mars City is a smoke-free facility. Please smoke only in designated areas. Thank you for your cooperation.
Haven't seen you before. You must be with that new detachment coming to check on us.
I'm here because there seems to be some very serious problems.
How many
really?
cutscenes are there going to
Do I need
be?
to remind you of the groundbreaking that we're doing here?
No, but I've been authorized by the board.
That
to
guy
look
just
at
walking
everything.
away in the background.
The board authorized you?
Come
The
on.
board doesn't know the first thing about
I want to get into a
science.
more
All they
open
want is
area so
something
that
to
I
make them more
can
money,
see
some
if
product.
that 100
Don't
plus
worry.
FPS is going
You'll
to
get
actually
their
hold.
product.
So I guess it's
After how
90
many
right now.
accidents? Tell me, Dr.
But still, is
Petrucci,
there no way to
why are so many
skip the
workers
cutscenes?
spooked, complaining, requesting transfers off Mars?
They simply can't handle life here.
Me out.
They're exhausted
Let me
and
go.
overworked.
Ah.
If I had a larger, more competent staff and bigger budget, even these few accidents could have been avoided.
I'm afraid you'll get nothing more until my report is filed with the board. I will need full access, Dr.
Let me
Petrucci, Delta
go.
included. I won't have any
Let me
difficulty doing that, will I?
go.
Only if you get lost, Swan.
Let
Just
me
stay out of my way.
go.
Amazing things will happen here soon.
Ah.
You just wait.
Let's go.
Finally, the cutscene's over. Was that cutscene just like happening over here? Something? Or, oh, was I watching in there? I think I was watching in there. What's this? That's all. Oh, restrooms. Hello. This is wow, restroom. Whoa. Those are some dirty urinals. Okay. Yeah, I came from there. Okay, there's the kitchen.
Miller, you hear about Corporal Allen?
Yeah, they said he just lost it.
A peek of the
Shipped home this
outside.
week.
Lose one,
Whoa.
gain another.
No shit. I wonder who they're gonna move to Bravo 2 now.
Snacks.
Who knows? I just hope they
A
don't take anyone from
spokesperson
my
stated
squad.
that increased activity
Those are some
is
very
simply
pixelated
a
snacks.
tactical deployment to outlying planetary sectors.
Ah.
Authorities continue to search for the
Wait, jump is
activists
right click?
responsible in Monday's bombing of a biomech
I can
production
jump by
facility,
right clicking?
resulting
Okay.
in the destruction of hundreds of biomech labor units. In space news, mining station Amon is reporting 9 dead and 28.
Well, I guess that is it for Doom 3. I do not know how to get out here. I'm sure that there's something about how to leave by like actually paying attention to the cutscenes and stuff. But like, I'm not really here to play the games. If I'm gonna be playing anything, it's probably not gonna be Doom. Like, FPSs have never really been something that I've enjoyed all that much. Oh. Okay.
You better move along. It looks like you've got some important things to do.
Yeah, like leaving. I don't know where to go. Where do I go? Okay, yeah, anyway. That's what we're doing, I guess. I don't think that there's going to be any demo option or anything like that here, is there? There is not. Okay, well, rip to that. Let's go with Universe Sandbox Legacy, which is a game that I do know how to play. And because it's a very physics-heavy game, it should also quite easily hammer the CPU. And would you look at that? Your GPU usage is so tiny. Well, let's go ahead and explode the sun, as per usual. And that sends stuff flying everywhere, as per usual. Let's see if there's going to be anything more interesting. Let's do some floating moons and watch the collisions. So yeah, this is very clearly not stressing the GPU at all. But the two cores on the CPU, on the other hand, are definitely having a little bit more trouble. So it does look like this game is rather single-threaded if that second core is any indication. And I guess that's probably where all this stuttering is coming from as well. Why are they just kind of clustering together? I thought that in this simulation they collide and like actually, I guess they don't. Maybe, I don't know. Galaxy's time! Let's full screen this as well. There we go, full screen. Yeah, that's a Galaxy, all right. And I've been playing Universe Sandbox 2 for so long that I've kind of forgotten that Universe Sandbox 1 kind of is a lot more simple, to put it. I can see what I'm clicking here with that overlay there. And I don't have a hotkey assigned for turning it off because I didn't think I'd need to turn it off. Well, Universe Sandbox is doing just fine. So, yeah, once again, we'll leave the canned benchmarks for later. So 3D Mark 06, 3D Mark Vantage, Geekbench, so on and so forth. Let's do some cluster truck. Oh yeah, I forgot to install Angry Birds. That can be its own separate thing. Angry Birds is going to be so easy to run anyway. Now we just wait for Steam to start. And the rest of the game, I guess. Well, I guess I'll leave my mic here again and just... Oh, never mind. There we go. Come on, we don't need to see you. We'll just minimize that. There we go, cluster truck. Well, I guess I don't have to step away and wait for things to load this time. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, it was... Hey. Hey, stop it. And NEP, fantastic quality. Yeah, okay, let's go. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I think I probably should have gotten like a cheapo low capacity or lower capacity SSD to at least use as the main system drive, because Steam is installed to this drive, and yeah, it's a old Hitachi Travel Star from right around the time when IBM sold their hard drive division off, so yeah, it's not exactly the greatest as far as performance goes. And I'm loading Windows 7 and a whole lot of stuff off of it. Hey, there we go. Oh, it froze. Well, this is a taste of modern gaming on a 2006 machine, that's for sure. There we go. Cluster truck. I remember playing this quite a bit when it first came out. So we'll go ahead and just start with first level. And in a moment, you'll see that it isn't exactly the greatest. Modern games are far heavier for pretty obvious reasons. All right, here we go. So, 1% and 0.1% lows are definitely not the greatest, but you know, this is just a 3D platformer at the end of the day, so it's not too bad if you're used to this, and considering how I used to play games on Intel GMA graphics on a Celeron, yeah, I'm more than used to low frame rates, so yeah, it's playable if you're used to it. I still got it in me. Maybe, oh. Okay, not quite. Yeah, anyway, performance is okay if you're able to tolerate, you know, it's not even stuttery, it's just low overall. Anyway, I'm not really focusing it more at this point. But yeah, let's see, our average FPS has remained roughly 17. despite what the current live frame rate has been saying, so I'm sure that there's a lot of stuttering that I'm maybe just not really noticing. I'm just gonna stand up this truck. How did that work? Okay, I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe I do, in fact, need a little bit more FPS to really play this. So, I am probably also just bad. Most likely, just bad. Anyway, yeah, there's Cluster Truck. It plays okay, once again. Next up, Tomb Raider. We're just gonna have the hand benchmark run in this case because it has one. You know, I forgot to select the option to log the frame rate and stuff to file. Also, yes, you get graphical glitches. Look at that. The game is not exactly intended to be run on an 8800 GTX. That's for sure. Okay. Well, here's another benchmark run. Honestly, this is probably the first time in at least a year that I've done any kind of semi-serious benchmarking where I'm actually trying to get numerical results rather than just like the feel of how things play. Well, it looks like our 0.1% lows are still rather low. Our average is around 35, 1% is 20, so stuttering isn't too bad. But I suppose there are some hitches somewhere or another. But overall, it does look like we're more or less locked to 30 FPS if that live counter is any indication. So I'm not sure if there's like a frame limiter option that I might have missed. Let's see. Options. Graphic. I only had double buffering VSync, but oh, VSync was on. Well, I guess we can try running it again. Is there no? Okay. So even with VSync off, it might be possible that it'll still be locked to a maximum of 60. Anyway, here we go again. Yeah, we're hitting 60 now. Okay, 37. 36. 35. Our 1% lows are a bit... no, they're about the same. Actually, they're a little bit better. Okay, never mind. Yeah, turning off VSync was probably a good choice then in that case. Oh wow, our 0.1% lows are much higher as well. All right, so turn off VSync. Well, so I do guess that with double buffering and stuff turned off, there is also the possibility of some other weirdness coming up, since double buffering kind of does exist for a reason. But I guess if you are okay with playing with no buffering at all, then here you go. You get more performance. So yeah, just regular quality, I guess, and stuff. I guess that's it. That's Tomb Raider. Next up, Universe Sandbox 2, aka regular Universe Sandbox now, since they renamed it. Wonder how long the recording is. The recording is so far almost an hour long. Fun. It's been a long time since I've had footage that's lasted this long in a single take. And we're waiting again. Some more. So much waiting. All the waiting. So much waiting. All right, I'm going to keep the microphone clipped and I'm just going to wander off over here. The other side of my room. My microphone cable is long. Still waiting. Just catching up on messages. Why is the main hard drive, the system hard drive, being the one that's being thrashed right now? I installed Universe Sandbox 2 to the second hard drive, and that should be faster, I think. Oh. This ongoing heat wave makes me sleepy. Is it still? Why is it installing the Microsoft Visual C redistributable? I've already run the game multiple times now in pre-testing. It should have already finished installing everything. That's why the main hard drive is being thrashed right now. Maybe I should have also disabled Steam Auto Update. But Universe Sandbox 2, I also specifically selected the last build that works on 32-bit systems. Well, it's launching now, I guess. And I'm back to my lab/capture PC, which does not have a seat. I've been standing here for an hour, more or less, with a few exceptions where I was kind of wandering around my room. But yeah, my entire recording setup is just sitting on top of a dresser with a small folding table in front of it for the keyboard. Okay, finally, here's Universe Sandbox 2. It took long enough, but here we are. Give it a moment. Give it another moment. It's thinking. I'm pretty sure that the hard drive is actually holding it back more than anything else right now. I really should have gotten that SSD. Maybe I'll make a video on legitimate AliExpress SSDs, just so then I have a reason to, well, a stronger reason to get just like a pile of SSDs that I can use for testing rather than these old hard drives that I've kind of harvested out of laptops I've gotten from like thrift stores and stuff over the years. Why is it taking so long? It wasn't like this when I was pre-testing. There we go. Finally. Okay, so GPU isn't all that stressed out right now because most of the physics simulations happen on the CPU, and you can already see just how stuttery the simulation is. Like our 0.1% lows are 0 FPS, 0 on 1%. Yeah, it's not that great at all. Like, it's bad enough that's already plenty visual as far as seeing how bad the stutter is. Let's go ahead and blow up the oh, oops, that is the wrong button. Let's go ahead and blow up the sun as the tradition goes. Whoa, look at that. Blowing up the sun is much more fun in Universe Sandbox 2 than Universe Sandbox 1. So, just like that, we've scattered a whole bunch of things. Both cores of the CPU are more or less maxed out, and the GPU is actually doing something at the moment as well. Let's go ahead and change simulations to something else. Open. Let's see now. I want something with many collisions. Collisions. Let's do an Earth and Mars collision as a test. That sure is an Earth and Mars collision. And it looks like our frame rate has still more or less been the same. Both CPUs remain maxed out, and the GPU is really not doing much. Where's the simulation where we get some stuff getting torn to shreds? Or actually, wait. I think I remember that performance test. There we go. There, now I don't have to search out simulations by hand. Always love it when games have built-in benchmarks. Ooh, that is already quite taxing. It looks like this is just pure rendering as well, no physics simulation in that one. Oh, it's taking screenshots by itself. Okay. Isn't there something supposed to be here? Or is it just loading again? I think it's just loading again. Yeah, it's loading again. Hard drive's holding it back. Installing Windows 10 32-bit is not going to be fun when that comes around. Oh, that's why it took so long. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, single-digit FPS. I do not think that that average frame rate number right there is accurate right now. The live FPS counter at 3 FPS is definitely feeling more accurate here. And we've got 2 galaxy collisions. This is one of the very popular moments in Universe Sandbox, or simulations, not moments. Rings being influenced by gravity. That's going to be a lot of particle simulations. And the moon being bombarded. Look at that stutter. Oh. Oh. That is some crunchy stutter there. Just, it's just teleporting. 31 FPS average? Sure. Oh, I'm gonna have to omit or censor that email address. Send. Okay, so I guess this video is very lightly edited in order to skip out on, like, that. Well, there's Universe Sandbox 2. Let's exit this. Just slowly getting along in benchmarks. All right, for this next one, we're gonna have to close Steam, or else it's gonna start freaking out. Actually, it might be a better idea to run Among Us first before we get into Goat Simulator, because Among Us is gonna open Steam right back up anyway. Yes, I trust Steam client service. Wow, it's Among Us. Ah. I wonder, was I talking like this at the very beginning of the video? I don't think I was. Honestly, as far as commentary goes, at least personally, I don't think that I'm really all that great at it. Like, I just like to do weird things and laugh at it, usually. What's installing Visual C again? I'm not sure if the mic is gonna catch this, but especially with the new preamp that I got from Surplus Store, I'm sure that you're gonna hear every like weird little noise that I normally tend to make when I start getting just exasperated. Well, I guess this is another moment where I get to actually sit down for once in this recording. Well, the window disappeared. I don't see any game yet. And as far as Windows 10 goes, it's going to be more of a general usage sort of video rather than gaming focused, because I do not want to have to go through all these benchmarks a second time. Like, I'll install some games here and there, especially from like the Microsoft Store. So, Minecraft Bedrock, for example, because I am genuinely curious how that's going to go. Because despite Microsoft saying that Minecraft now requires a 64-bit processor, I noticed that the .appx files for the game still include a 32-bit build for Bedrock Edition. And speaking of Minecraft, we will be getting to that in a bit. Come on. Don't just sit here with the black screen. I know that you run. I played a whole match and died first thing. You know a game's going to be good when the opening animation for the developer lags. And actually, Among Us is actually pretty decent as far as performance goes, because, it's a 2D game. It's not going to be that tough to run. Well, let's find a game. And look at that, 60 FPS. I think in this case, the 1% and 0.1% low refs... Oh, okay, they just caught up, never mind. Alright, so it does look like we are running just fine as far as in-game performance goes. And I guess I'm going to be playing a whole match of Among Us now. Noisemaker. I have not kept up with Among Us much, if at all. Oh. Oh no, I'm going to be reported, aren't I? Well, I'm gonna skip my vote. I really wasn't paying that much attention, so. I love public lobbies. Yeah, performance is just fine. It does look like we are locked to VSync though. Graphics, let's... Oh, it's not on, okay. Well... Oh, stuck in here. Nine more. Okay, electrical... Whoops. Oh, they're gonna kill me, aren't they? They're gonna kill me. Maybe. Okay, I guess not. Oh. Or maybe they are. Oh. Looks like we lost another team, or crew member. Oh, looks like people are leaving. Let's see. I'm mildly sus of Malik, so I'm just gonna vote them because I thought I saw them. Oh, okay. I thought I remembered seeing them at the beginning of the game, right next to someone else, just before a dead body was reported. I don't know. We'll see. Gotta wonder, how is it that so many things break so fast on these ships? What's that doing? Just stand there. Oh wait. There we go. I'm gonna get killed, aren't I? I feel like it. Feel it in my bones. Okay, I guess not. And I guess, to be fair, the only experience that I've had playing Among Us was with friends in a private lobby, so I don't know these people. I don't know how they play. Medbay. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess the game ended because maybe too many people left. Well, there we go. Among Us runs just fine, and this is the most recent version as well. Well, as of this recording. All right, now we close out of Steam because Goat Simulator is going to need more memory than what is available when Steam is running. Steam is rather RAM heavy these days, like just the client, and Goat Simulator, as far as I can tell, does not need Steam in order to run. Ooh, pinging me on Discord. Oh, it's more of a waiting game again. Why is it that the main system hard drive is always the one that's thrashing whenever I look over? Well, whenever it decides to start running, Ghost Simulator will show that it's very, very RAM hungry. It was a surprise during pre-testing that it was one of the only games that did not run that still supported 32-bit. architectures. Still waiting. Still waiting. Why is it taking so long today? Is it even wanting at all? Hey, where to go? Okay, Goat Simulator, a second time. Let's try and launch it. And yes, I am aware that the shortcut itself is a Steam-based link, but it should not be opening the Steam client, and that's what matters. Okay, Windows 7, you can keep on pretending that you're not activated. I've already changed the desktop background. You sure act like you're activated for something that's saying that's not activated. Why to open Steam client? It didn't do that when I was testing. Close. Still trying to load simulator? Okay, yes it is. All right, let's just close Steam. Close the web helper for Steam. Make sure that there's no more Steam. Okay. Now Goat Simulator gets to hog all memory to itself. Woo! Goat Simulator. My little brother was obsessed with this game when it first came out. Powered by Unreal Engine. Wonder how big the file size of this recording is going to be. An 1080p 30 with 2 audio channels. I mean, it is being encoded using NVENC, so at least as far as the encoding goes, I don't think that I'm going to have to worry all that much. And why did it lock up? Hey, the mouse still moves. All right, let's just go around the whole launching it through Steam thing and just launch the executable directly. So I know that this game is one of the ones that can do that. Binaries. Ooh, there we go. Goat game Win32. Don't need to launch Steam for this. And because there are physX files there, supposedly it may or may not be doing its physics calculations on the 8800 GTX using the CUDA cores rather than dumping it all on the CPU, but it's a little bit hard to trust that assumption, at least personally speaking, because look at that, it's maxed out. Okay, looks like we do not crash this time. Okay, let's just go ahead and play. Alright, I guess. There you go, there's the options. VSync is off, resolution is 1080p, and I don't think that there's any... Yeah, aside from there's really not that much. And yeah, I guess you can say that graphics are set to pretty, but like, the graphics of Goat Simulator are Goat Simulator level graphics. Like, look at this, look at this. That's pretty. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that's Goat Simulator. You can play it. It's much like Cluster Truck as far as its performance goes, in that it's not really a game where frame rates matter as much. Always got to do that. Like, it's gonna matter a lot more in Cluster Truck than this game for sure, because, you know, it's kind of the hardcore thing. But as far as this game goes, you can definitely get by with the 20-something FPS that it's averaging at, even if the 1% and 0.1% lows are very low, to put it simply. Smack all things. Looks like I can't open that door. Up. Down. Loved how weird the achievements end up getting over time. Okay, let's get up here. Wow, it's a trophy. Wow, it's a gas tube. And let's jump back down. Oh yeah, you can definitely start seeing the lag once you get multi-object collisions. And it looks like the CPUs are still holding it back as well. Or CPU, not CPUs, but the cores themselves are still maxed out at 100, despite the GPU being around 60-something, so... Yeah, I guess the core duo is not exactly the greatest match, it seemed, for the 8800. Let me head back to you. me headbutt you. Okay. Anyway, so it does appear that Goat Simulator is okay to run, but only if you like pain and suffering, both for yourself and for the goat. Oh yeah, this is the sacrificial area, isn't it? Or is it the fight? Yeah, it's the fight arena thing. Okay. Oh yeah, trophy. And away I go. Alright, I think that's enough Goat Simulator. That's done. Alright, so ignoring the somewhat janky workarounds that needed to be done to get it to work, that's it for everything except for my favorite game of all, Minecraft. Because of course, got to run Minecraft on it. Unless, well, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say with that. But yeah, if it appears on my YouTube channel, there's a good chance that I'm going to run Minecraft on it. So we're using AT launcher here because I'm almost certain that the official launcher is not going to run on this system. And we have Java 21 installed, courtesy of Bellsoft's Liberica JDK, which is, at least to my knowledge, one of the last JRE/JDK implementations available for 32-bit Windows. And we're just going to run Minecraft 1.21 at stock or at default settings, as well as with Sodium. And I guess with low settings as well, maybe. I don't know. This video has gone on for this recording has gone on for a long time at this point. And as usual, it's filled with a whole lot more chaos than I expected going into it. I don't know how I'm even going to edit all of this together. I guess for the sake of the main video, I'll just show the average 1% and 0.1% loads like other YouTubers tend to do, along with some of the captured footage of gameplay. Because I don't want to bore everybody with just showing 99% of the raw footage as is. Let's see, how long has the recording gotten at this point? The recording is an hour 30. So yeah, once I'm done with Minecraft as well as the rest of the canned benchmarks, it's going to be a long video. Give it a while, as usual. There's so much that I want to do. But not necessarily have the means to do it. Whether it be time or money or necessary skills to understand how to even start doing it. I don't know. We're still waiting. I guess I'll make a YouTube community post. Like we're almost ready. Okay, here's Minecraft. So I'm just gonna show you all the options. We've got everything over at default. We've got VSync on. Not that it's really gonna matter all that much with this. Max frame rate 120. Blah blah blah. Let's actually just turn off VSync and crank up the max frame rate so that then we can see what goes on. So other than VSync and max frame rate, everything is completely default. Let's load into a world. And this is a world that I've already specifically made for this video. It's just a video or a world with like a beach and a bit of forest and stuff around, so a reasonably populated, I guess, spawn area. Something that I guess lets you get an idea of what general gameplay can be like for the game. And it's even more waiting now as it loads off slow laptop hard drive. Well, it's actually not that slow, actually, so here we go. Oh yeah, it's night time. Time set day that. And boom, let there be light. All right, so the FPS is very, very stuttery, just to begin with. Just grabbing the coordinates so that then I know where to teleport back to later on. So, especially if you want to start playing immediately rather than letting the world load in for a bit. I'm not sure if there's something about the hard drive or the CPUs. I honestly am tempted to say hard drive, but looking at the CPUs, it's also, or the CPU measure or percentages, it's also very much possible that it's just struggling that hard to load in chunks on modern versions of the game. But yeah, especially on default settings, Minecraft is not exactly that playable. Like freeze ups like that, those are absolutely not going to be good, especially if you're playing in survival mode. Like, just standing under this tree, for whatever reason, is tanking the FPS. What is going on? Why is it lagging so much more than it ever did during pre-testing? I'm not even recording directly on the system. I'm recording through a capture card on a separate PC. Why is it lagging so much? Why is everything different after I start recording versus before? Why is it not acting the way that it did when I was first testing it? Okay. Looks like it's somewhat calmed down, though you can still very much see those spikes in frame rate, or in frame times. I look back this way, I think it's gonna cause the frame times to drop again. Yep, kind of. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, Minecraft at default settings, not good. Not good at all for this system. I would not look forward to trying to speedrun modern versions of the game with it like this. So I suppose Microsoft did have a point, most likely, about 64-bit CPUs being required, but you know, that's going to be for another video. I have the Core 2 Duo here for comparison as well. That's going to be in one of the future follow-ups. So let's teleport back to where I was before, so that then I can still keep it for our point of comparison, because once this is done, I'm going to capture a disk image and use that to restore after the Windows 10 and Linux videos, so that then I can directly compare the before and after of switching from the Core Duo to the Core 2 Duo. Like, it's still going to be a 32-bit operating system, but I want to see the pure architectural differences between the two. Anyway, that was moderately painful. Let's see with fabric and sodium and all that jazz. I feel like I'm stuttering more and more the longer this video goes. Actually, you know what? I'm probably just gonna do voiceover recordings during editing. But then I have like maybe slightly more collected thoughts. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm really gonna do any write-up for this video either, just because one, there's not that much to write up about, since I'm just like testing games and such this time around without any like special settings or anything. So beyond maybe reporting the frame rate and stuff in writing, I personally don't see all that much of a point. And secondly, I guess one of the main things I'd be writing in the write-up would be, hey, I'm bad at this game. Also, if you made it this far in the, like, I don't know, Tonkus Talk Show, then congrats. You may or may not be halfway through the video. I don't know. Probably more than halfway, maybe. I honestly have zero clue at this point how long this is going to go for. But like, Minecraft is launching a little bit faster this time around. I don't know why it took so long that first time. Like many times. And once we get to some like CPU specific benchmarks, I'm gonna have to run some of those probably a few times in a row as well, just to make sure that there's nothing else influencing the results. 'Cause, yeah, there's all sorts of things that can come up that affect CPU performance, for one. Honestly, even if I did have Riva Tuner in MSI Afterburner log the FPS results to a file, at this point, with how long it takes to even load some of these games in, I'm sure that the results would be a mild nightmare to pick through. Okay. Let's just, for the sake of making things same, turn off VSync and set max frame rate to unlimited. Beyond that, everything else should be default. And we've got the exact same world as well. You know what I should have done? I should have, instead of making a whole separate instance of Minecraft specifically for low settings, I should have just lowered the settings while I was playing afterwards, and that would still have the same effect. I'm just going to do that here with sodium. Well, this time around, I'm pretty sure that I can hear the other hard drive. Oh wait, no, that's coil wine from the graphics card. Never mind. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, already it does feel somewhat smoother. Once again, let's grab the location. So this time around with sodium, we are not immediately freezing up if I try to run around right after loading. Well, we are freezing up a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. So I'm just kind of running around to all the same locations that I was in before. Where's that one tree that was lagging me out just from standing next to it? Is it this one? I don't think it was that one. It was this one. Okay, am I going to lag out with standing under it? No, I do not. And hey, our frame rate is actually quite good right now if you are willing to ignore the stutter. So once the world finishes loading in, if you're not loading in new chunks, or chunks, not chunks, it looks like you can expect a moderately playable frame rate. Frame times, on the other hand, are not that great. But we are cracking 60 on 2006 era hardware, so I don't know if that's saying anything about the CPU or GPU, but at least to me, this is somewhat okay. I know that my YouTube channel started off, at least this channel, more or less started off with me trying to beat Minecraft on my original laptop, which I had by then upgraded with the Core 2 Duo. It was also running Intel GMA graphics, so I think it was very much the graphics that were bottlenecking in that case. But with this, I'm pretty sure it's the reverse. So, yeah, Sodium has just as a whole, it looks like it's raised the frame rate on average, as well as eliminating some stutter, though it's still not exactly the best spot to be in. Okay, let's 100.5, 80, -2, 74.5. Go back to that same location, and now let's crank down the settings. So let's turn this down to 8. We can leave that at 3. And let's also leave that 8. So now our render distance and such is lower, but we're still on fancy graphics. And it looks like we still have some stutter. Our average FPS is also much higher than before. Also, look at that RAM usage. That RAM usage is the reason why it keeps crashing on Windows XP. Well, part of it. Also, wow, most of the stutter is gone. There's still some stuttering I can definitely feel, but this is a much more playable experience. And because we are CPU bottlenecked, we don't have to turn down the graphical settings either, because that graphics card is sitting pretty with its 25% usage. It's the two cores are getting absolutely walloped right now with modern Minecraft. But I think I could probably play Minecraft with this. This is speedrunner quality. Well, beginner speedrunner quality performance, I guess. Yeah, so this is playable. So if you turn the render distance down to 12 as well as simulation distance, but don't really leave anything else changed, then with Sodium installed and I think also some other mods, I will have to check back through, but I'll like throw them on the screen here. But with a bit of performance mods as well as slightly lowering the rendering distance, it does look like Minecraft is still playable on 2006 era flagship hardware. And not only that, but modern Minecraft as well. Okay, and if you were curious, running Minecraft, oh yeah, I forgot to teleport back to that location. Oh well, I can just copy the world over. Anyway, as I was about to say, if I remember correctly, unmodded Minecraft will fetch you over 100 FPS if you turn the setting all the way down to minimal across everything. Anyway, let's run through some 3D Mark. Let's start with 3D Mark 06. And we're not going to need MSI Afterburner either anymore. I love it when Windows 7 abruptly changes the for compatibility state. Okay, let's close MSI Afterburner as well as Riva Tuner. All of these are now canned benchmarks, meaning that we no longer need to have the frame rates displayed externally. And now we're just waiting. I guess I'll leave Riva Tuner done to appear like it wants to close. Or maybe already closed and it's just showing that or something, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we're just waiting here for a 3D Mark 06 now. Just like everything else, I'm going to be running it at 1080p. So this might differ from stock runs of the benchmark. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the settings at default for 3D Mark and such, so that then it's a bit easier to compare against different systems. This video is a mess. Hey, there we go. My microphone wire got caught in the fire extinguisher. Oh, is Riva Tuner frozen? Riva Tuner's frozen. And as usual, the hard drive is thrashing. There's a mistake installing Windows 7 onto a 40 gigabyte drive with all this modern software, or modern-ish. But I guess in the case of MSI Afterburners, that's definitely modern because these are the latest versions. We haven't even gotten close to the banishment zone yet. Come on, open, please. Please, come on. You can do it. It's been an hour. Wait, it's been 2 hours. Okay. All right, let's select all of the stuff. We'll leave everything at default. So 1280 by 1024, no anti-aliasing, blah, 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 and run. I'm going to clip the microphone just to the PC again and step away. And here we go. A score of 8838. I really do not know what that means in comparison to other benchmarks, but you know what? At this point, let's just get this all done and over with. Next up, 3D Mark Vantage. Might as well just knock out all the 3D marks in a row here, so yeah. Okay, yeah, performance preset. And we've got everything selected, so okay, ready to line. Everything at default. And just as before with 3D Mark 06, I'm just going to be kind of doing other stuff in the background while it runs. And here we go. A 3D Mark score of 5132 points, GPU score of 6402, and CPU of 3217. And you can see all the results of the frame rates there on the right. That's it for that one. And I'm sure you know why 3D Mark 11 is here in the banishment zone. You know, waiting for it to load at all really takes away any chance of dramatization that I can do. Yeah, there we go. Once DX11, and this card can only do DX10. All right. So it'll open anyway, but it's not going to let you run anything. Anyway, we close that now. And let's do Cinebench. So this is Cinebench R11.5 because every version that came after this requires a 64-bit processor, which, you know, I'm not exactly using right now. And you can already kind of see the ranking that I had over there, but we'll run it again. And I haven't done a single core run either yet, so, you know. I'll get back to you later. It's going to be a while. Oh, my microphone was off for that part. Oh. How long was it off? Oh. Well, at the very least, for the publicly facing video, I'm going to be doing voiceover. So, live commentary or not, I guess I still at least have some usable footage. So, as the system lagged behind and shutting down, alright, just shut down, never mind. There we go, it's off. Bye.